Greetings, family. Miguel here doing an update on the big Tiny Dreams Pacha Papa tiny house. And we have just finished installing the most badass garage door of all time. Commercial grade, industrial, tempered glass, insulated glass, aluminum garage door. But let's show you where we are so far. So first of all, 1 year ago this month, I purchased this Aluminum flatbed trailer. This is a gooseneck trailer with a deck over the gooseneck. So this is called a deck over gooseneck flatbed trailer. So all that it came with it was this gooseneck and this flatbed part right here, all the way back, 36 footer. All right, so this was a 36-foot flatbed trailer, and look where we are now. 1 year later. It took a process because I'm going off of one section at a time. And the very first thing we did, let's see if I can get the camera in here to show you right here. You can see this right here. This is the aluminum tubing. You can see that long tube. This is the aluminum square tubing that I had purchased a year ago to get the very first section done. And what we did, I had my buddy Jake Wright weld for me on each of the corners aluminum tubing over here to create an outer frame like a chassis, aluminum tubing all the way on the outsides. So this tubing right here created the outline of the entire trailer, and it separates each room. The bedroom right here, the bathroom right here, there's a tube right here, the kitchen, which has one right there next to the window, and the back side right here. And you can see on the underside of this back part, you can see the aluminum tubing, 3-inch square tubing. And the reason I did that was on a tiny house, a mobile tiny house trailer is going down the highway, and when you brake, there's friction here, and when you brake here, the wood, the studs, the whole walls have this friction because they're just nailed to the subfloor right here. You got your subfloor here, and the only thing that's holding the walls on top together are these studs. But I wanted to show something first. Let's check out this garage door. Look at this baby right here. Beautiful aluminum tempered insulated glass garage door. Let's take a look at it on the outside real quick. Garage door installed. Badass. So right here is the area, the section I'm going to have. This is a 9-foot opening right here. The door is 7 feet. There's going to be an entire patio deck 6 foot tall right here, and this deck is going to be into the wall. When I park, we're going to fold the patio deck out, and we'll be able to walk out onto a patio deck from the inside. So the reason I've installed a garage door in a tiny house, which seems ludicrous at first, is number one, it opens the space because of the windows. So the glass windows makes it feel a little bit bigger inside because we're only limited to about 7.5 feet on the inside, right? So it kind of opens the space when you have a lot of light coming in. It makes it brighter in there, just feels open. And then I get to actually open the garage door, and it really opens up the space as I can walk out here onto my patio, and it's going to wrap around. It's going to go 18 feet that way. So we're going to have a 9-foot deck here in the house. We're going to have another 9-foot deck that can just be detached and attached on and held up by jacks. Pretty cool idea. I engineered and designed this entire tiny house myself. First time ever designing a tiny house, and I'm pretty proud of it. I've been an artist all my life, and I'm wanting to go to school to be a structural engineer, so it looks like I'm on the right path here. So check it out. Anderson windows, top of the line. Anderson composite windows. So let me go ahead and show you the inside, what I was talking about with the framing. You can see how the aluminum tubing was welded together so that these 2x4 studs are bolted into the aluminum tubing. So these studs are sandwiching the aluminum tubing. So that way, when I was telling you that when the trailer is braking, you know, the wood tends to have this friction and want to move forward if you're going, like, let's say 60 miles an hour down the highway. Well, the only thing holding it to the ground is nails into the subfloor. And the subfloor is obviously bolted into the bottom of the trailer by bolts with the framing. However, I felt, my engineering mind felt like it would be much sturdier to weld this frame all the way around. So every single bit of studs, all the walls and all the different rooms are divided by these aluminum studs. I'm sorry, these aluminum tubings, and everything is sandwiched in between. So let's do a little tour here. First off, the living room, the lounge area. So we're gonna have a custom couch built, cabinets built into this area right here. And it's gonna have drawers inside for storage. And then I'm gonna have a custom cushions made to fit in this exact space. You know, we've got space in the walls here for secret storage and whatnot. I'm gonna build a bookshelf into this wall right here. So this is gonna be like my little study, my library, bookshelves all the way up. Up here is my loft space. So this is a 2 foot deep and 8 foot long space for sleeping. This section right here is going to pull off. So I can pull this out, and this extra piece right here, I'll show you. That extra piece right here is going to pull out and land right here on top of some kind of a brace. We're going to have another, I guess, 2x4 or something that's just going to hold it in place. We're going to have another one on this side. So when I pull this out, it's going to marry and meet up with this one. So they're going to be the same level. And this area is going to be a 4x8, like a sheet of plywood, sleeping loft that someone can sleep in when they visit. And when I'm done, I can just put this back up on top and it's out of the way. And this area could be just storage or whatnot. And I still have my light right here. And this will be the couch area. This is our kind of hangout area. I could also, the couch is going to serve as a dual purpose where I can pull off the lounge area, the lounge pillows. And what I'm going to have into the wood structure is I'm going to have transducers. So the transducers are going to be vibrating sound amplification, about 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4 sound transducers right here. So I'm going to have that hooked up to a stereo system, so where I can play my music, my vibration, my binaural beats, didgeridoo, whatever you have it, and I can have a sound bed. Essentially, it's going to be a sound bed where people can come, and I can offer the sound therapies to them. I could also hook it up to a mic and offer my live vocal harmonics with the crystal bowls. But that's that right there. Nice little space in the living room area. It's about 11 feet. It's about 11 feet long by 7 and 9 inches. The garage door took away about, you know, a good 3 inches because of this right here. It's sticking in about 3 inches from this end of the framing there. So we're losing 3 inches of the space. However, we're gaining so much light with this openness here. And I'm gonna obviously, you know, hook up some kind of curtain area in case it's nighttime and when we close it up and stuff like that. But you can see how the patio deck would fold out and we can just walk out of our living room right on the deck. Here we got the kitchen right here. Okay, the kitchen and bathroom on the same level. We decided to raise this area so for a few reasons. Number one, it's really nice to step up into the kitchen as the kitchen and lounge living room area is separated. Number two, I now have storage space, so I'm going to have some cabinet drawers open up, and what I'm planning on doing is have a kitchen table that is split in 2 sections. So I'm going to have 2 long kitchen tables come out like this, and then I could set them up right here so I can have about a 8 foot by 4 foot, like a sheet of plywood table. A large table where I could actually sit comfortably, 6 people, to have a, Thanksgiving dinner or community potluck right here inside a tiny house. So here's the kitchen space. All right, we've got this beautiful opening, a 6x2 opening, which is going to be a custom bifold accordion window that's going to open in the center. It's going to open like that, and each of these arms is going to kind of fold into this side, and this one's going to fold into this side like that, so it opens out like that, just like that. So, and the idea of that is, this is the kitchen sink right here. So the kitchen sink and the kitchen cabinets are going to be right here. I've got a washer dryer combo set right here, kitchen sink and cabinet space, more cabinet space up here. But the idea is to have this window open out with an awning on the outside. So when you go to the outside of my patio deck right here, we'll have a bar that opens up like that. So people can sit up at the bar and I can serve them drinks or food from this side out to the bar and just have a conversation and just hang out with anybody that's out here. All right, so that's a really amazing concept that I wanted to add to this tiny house. This side is going to be the stove, full propane gas stove, cabinet space, and a refrigerator right here on this side of the wall, and more cabinet space up here. All right, so the kitchen is a nice size. The kitchen is also about 11 foot by 11 foot by 8, by 7 and 9 inches. Obviously, the cabinets are going to stick out here. Cabinets are going to stick out here. So we basically have about 30 inches of walkway in between these two areas, or I think it was 36 or something like that. And here's a pocket door. This pocket door is going to be separating the bathroom and the kitchen. So right here is going to be a wall. And it's going to be the only other wall in here. And this is right here is my bathroom. So my bathroom is 6 feet long, plus an extra 2 feet long back here. And back here, and by the way, this is my front door. We had stained it with a Jamboree Jade Green, and we're not finished. We're going to come back and sand it some and then gloss it up and get it going really nice and install that front door right there. But the bathroom is going to have a jacuzzi bathtub right here. So, and the other reason why we raised the floor is so that all the plumbing can go under the floor and then connect the kitchen. Plumbing can go under the sink vanity right here, the bathroom vanity right here. And this jacuzzi bathtub can all be under the floor, so we don't have to compromise my soft metal aluminum 3x3 tubing. You see these bolts, I have only 3 bolts on each of these. And I didn't want to put any more holes in these, especially bigger than this 1/4 inch hole right here. So some of the plumbing is 3/4 inch, and if you put a 3/4 inch hole in this, you can imagine how weak it makes this structure here. So we decided not to put the plumbing in the walls, you know, how some tiny houses do it, through the walls. We're going to do it through the floor. And then down here in this cubbyhole space, you know, I let my bedroom deck over this space. I purposefully left it about 2 feet over so that I can have a storage space, utility under there. And what's going to be under here is my giant water tanks. So I'm going to have water storage here and water storage there. This water storage is going to feed the bathroom and the kitchen sink, and this one right here is going to feed my jacuzzi bathtub. And I believe I've ordered 42-gallon tanks, 2 of them. So I'm going to have 84 gallons of water on storage. And then obviously we got to connect the bottom underneath here, the gray water storage tank. So there's going to be a water tank under the trailer right here. So here's the bedroom. We're thinking about putting like a pony wall. Pony wall is like a half wall right here to separate the bedroom and the bathroom. Right here in the middle, we're going to have a stairway to walk up here. And the bedroom, obviously, it's only about an 8x8 or 7 and 9 inches by 7 and 9 inches. So basically, I only have room to build a bed frame slash chest of drawers. So the bed frame is actually going to be a set of drawers, so I can pull out my cabinets, have my clothing is inside the drawers around the bed, and then a mattress on top of that. So I'll have the bed and the mattress back here. My buddy Jake welded this extra section on the front of the tiny house so that I can have a closet. All right, so I actually have a closet for my hanging clothes. It's a little triangle, but it's good enough. When we're going tiny, we're minimizing our footprint, and our carbon footprint and minimizing our waste and just basically making things smaller, not having to need a bunch of stuff in storage. So we're compacting everything. So I've got plenty of space here for storage. We're gonna also have cabinet space up here on the top. Got my custom cabinet maker doing designs for me right now. So we got plenty of cabinet space up here. Gonna have another secret compartment storage stowaway cabinet space there. Another one right there. Boom, boom. Door opens up and I can store whatever I want right there. So there's the bedroom. And let's see if we can take a look at the whole house from this perspective. That's the only hole left. This is the last one left. We got to finish the floor on that. And then the front door obviously is going to go in. Check out this beautifully designed, engineered, and constructed tiny house here. My guys, my crew that work for my construction company have built it for me. Now, one thing about me, I'm a contractor. I'm a general contractor and a designer. So my skill is designing, all right? So I don't build all this stuff. What I'm doing here is I'm just showing up to the job sites and I'm learning from my guys, because my guys, my crews are top notch. These are 30, 40, 20, 30, 40 year veterans of carpentry, welding, you name it. And my buddy Charlie Stone of A Plus Garages just came in and put my garage door in. So I'm really excited that I get to work with my friends, my own friends and people that I know their families, you know? So we can get this project moving forward. So yeah, so we're almost at the end here. We finally progressed. It took a whole year to get to this point. And now all my resources are going in to crush the rest of this tiny house going. The next step is to put the plumbing in, the bathtub, and after that, the electrical is gonna go in. So my other buddy that owns a solar company that does electrical is gonna help me put the electricity, get this thing wired up so we can get it plugged in. And once that's in, I can come sleep in here. So then the cabinets are gonna get done after that. And then after the cabinets, our beautiful flooring. And just so you know, I'm choosing between these two colors of eucalyptus flooring. I'm really loving the design of eucalyptus flooring. I like the natural wood look that has these patterns in it, right? So the eucalyptus 1/2-inch flooring, the snap block, really hard, beautiful wood that I'm thinking would go great with this floor as the garage door lands on this beautiful floor in here. Still lots of work to do, folks, but I just wanted to catch y'all up on the progress of this tiny house, Big Tiny Dreams, and the Pacha Papa. Miguel signing off. It is such a joy to share this project with you, and thank you all for tuning in.